Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter. It's great to be on board.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special.
And this is now today's
lineup. It is a true heavyweight clash.
Well, I wouldn't just look at this being another friendly, Peter.
Is that your own experience?
Yeah, if the opposition played like they meant business, we were obliged to return the favour. I don't think there's much difference here.
Number 26, Robertson.
So it's down to business here. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Yeah, Nicolas Otamendi. He's a fine...
He's having a pop! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Vert clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Now it's Mohamed Salah. Luka Bacchio. Robertson. It's Van Dijk. Konate. And here's Mohamed Salah. And it's Szoboszlai. And it's Wirtz. Liverpool are seeing more of the ball, but still aren't carrying much goal threat. Barreiro. And that's really well manoeuvred. Luka Bacchio. Spread out to the left. Well, that is one way to stop him. And it's Dahl.
Benfica really are one of these sides that pride themselves on their ability to maintain possession.
Yeah, and some would say that that means they play the game the right way.
Yeah, but of course, it's decisive passes that's going to matter in the longer term. There's no good in holding on to the ball just for the sake of it.
Rafa Silva. Barreiro. Dahl. And that's clear cut, it's a free kick. And he is going into that little black book. Antonio Silva. He's in a great position here. McAllister. Gakpo. Good ball, good take. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. And here's Rafa Silva. Now, has he got the beating of his marker here?
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Barreiro tries to crash through the challenge,
There will
but
be 1
no.
minute added time.
Wirtz making a dash for it. And he shoots! And he's done it!
Well, that's very much changed the complexion. It's also changed mindsets and moods in both teams, and it had to be him.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
And that is all they have time for. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Please welcome our players.
To review the first half.
Well, this is when you need your players to step up, Peter. Be brave, see all that courage. They need to have a big start to the second half to give them some momentum, and they're not going to get that if they're being too risk-averse.
Liverpool are in a pretty decent position after 45 minutes. 1-0 to the good. Back on the way then. Liverpool leading courtesy of the game's only goal. Great defending, strong and determined. Rafa Silva cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
And it's Wirtz. Wirtz! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders. Otamendi. And Barreiro. Rafa Silva. That's going wide left. Team still separated by the game's only goal. And that's a shooting chance! And that was struck with genuine force.
Well, look at him, furious at himself for missing. Having said that, the manager applauds his effort to find that bottom corner.
That pass isn't the best.
Match was 28,997.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. He's found a way through. Oh, looks like he's been taken out there.
Substitution in progress.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And he gets rid in a hurry. And it's Wirtz. Oh, he's having a go! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
Well, that looks a decent ball. Oh, super ball. Shot a goal! And it's hit the woodwork and out. Picked out, and one more try. And it's bounced out off the woodwork. And that is well cleared. Jones. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, I'm inclined to feel that if I was in that dugout, I'd want the players to get on the front foot and grab another. Just try to make this one safe.
It's a throw-in.
Substitution on the field. Number 7, Rennes. Number 18, Gakpo. Number 17,
Otamendi.
Jones. Coming on the field.
Liverpool leading then,
42,
courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. 1-0 the score.
Number 30, Frimpong. Substitutions taking place.
Now it's Chiesa. And here's the chance to counter. Oh, just skips past his man. Tries a shot! It's a goal! And there's the goal they've been looking for. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Liverpool are doing very nicely, thank you.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that 2-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
Luca Bacchio. Ioni. Chiesa gets into a good position.
There will be 5 minutes.
That's tidy. Mohamed Salah. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Antonio Silva. Luca Bacchio. Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. And it's Silva. And time is up. Liverpool are walking off satisfied with their day's work. A result no less warranted, no less deserving of their efforts. A job done in a highly professional manner. Mohamed Salah claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
With the father of a boy in the green.
That's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin. A very good evening to you all. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Well, there is here a great sense of expectation as to universal contentment. The Emirates embraces Arsenal once more. It is a true heavyweight clash.
It'll be interesting to see how these teams will go about things in the knowledge that there's nothing riding on it.
Yeah, maybe there is some scope for experimentation.
Yeah, I suppose something different to the norm. That would be an interesting prospect. It could get combustible.
And now, lining up
Arsenal
for Arsenal
have chosen to go 4-3-3. Jim, how do you see it?
Yeah, and the two wide players up front can make the system pretty much succeed or fail. They'll be quite flexible in their creative movement. They like to drift in. At times they'll mix their game up and keep their width. And of course they're also expected to track any runs from opposition fullbacks. So they've got quite hard-working jobs, but if they can gain a one-on-one advantage, they can dictate.
If you have just joined, you have... Takes a shot!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Gavi. It's a really well-measured ball. Bargi. He's picked his way through. And this is Lewandowski. Bargi touches it back. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Peter, I really like this lad, Jules Koundé, a lot. He isn't the biggest, but he's known for having a big character that makes up for that. He's brilliant in boxes and he can outmuscle opponents that are much bigger than him. You add a little bit of pace to that and he's a formidable presence at the back.
I wonder whether that has... And a chance! Goal! Arsenal! That was a given. It always was.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. Killer pass, perfectly delivered.
18 minutes is number 8. Martin Odegaard.
The first breakthrough.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Oh, played through for the wide man. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Hincapié did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Bargi. Pass somewhat off target. And no, that was never going to make it. Kubasi, tidy with his distribution. And now the breakaway. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. And this is Lewandowski. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Madueke. Can he spark a counter here? And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Out towards the flank. Dani Olmo. And it's Lopez. And Kubasi distributed tidily. He is through here. Great ball, and he's in here. It's a good run, that. Great timing.
Well, sometimes you can see it coming a mile off, yet because of the timing of both the run and the pass, it can be hard to stop. Always next time.
Now it's Madueke. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Not the most convincing of passes. And it's Cancelo. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Barcelona have reclaimed it. Clipped into space. And that's a simple one for the keeper. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break. Arsenal coming in at half-time, leading by 1-0.
I think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised, hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think, something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Arsenal just ahead here in a tight game. They are 1-0 to the good. And so the action is resumed.
Well, my advice would be to keep at it. If you're doing well, keep it going.
Now it's Eze. Rice. Oh, that's fabulous. He's having a shot! Odegaard! No, just not quite.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Now this could be... And the shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Oh no, it's an own goal!
No, I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you have to take whatever way it comes, and very gratefully.
Now it's Lewandowski.
The attendance
Odegaard.
for this match was 61,000.
Played into space. He's through here. Koundé clears. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. João Cancelo. Fermin.
There's a real tenacity about their defensive play, and it's up close and personal.
Well read, nice interception. They get a throw in. So we have movement on both benches. And the break in play means they can now affect their change.
Yeah, he's looking for instructions, probably something along the lines of, go make a nuisance of yourself.
Coming on to replace him is number 7, Bukayo Saka.
Odegaard looking to add to his goal. Tries to play it through. Arsenal still have the cards to affect this game. Now it's Eze. He's in a great position here. He's dealt with that really well. Gavi did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Tries one from range. It's off target and by quite a way.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Number 4, White. Coming on the field,
Pedri.
number 19.
Arsenal can consider themselves just about safe now.
Substitution.
Arsenal are making a change. After this, just one opportunity to do so. Pedri. He's found some space. Odegaard does well to get it back. Now it's Trossard. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Arsenal clearly now in lead preservation mode. Incapuyi. It's a pretty loose pass. Tries a deft little ball. They're urging him to shoot. Lewandowski delivers. That has earned a reprieve for the time being. And that's it. Arsenal are walking off satisfied with their day's work. A result no less warranted, no less deserving of their efforts. A job done in a highly professional manner. Ødegaard voted man of the match, and deservedly so. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Arsenal definitely impressing me here, especially the way that attack clicked. Whether it was link-up play, running in behind, this has just been a great day at the office.
To inform you that CCTV is now in
Thanks to
operation.
Jim. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this. A capacity crowd here.
Well, I wouldn't just look at this being another friendly, Peter.
Is that your own experience?
Yeah, if the opposition played like they meant business, we were obliged to return the favour. I don't think there's much difference here.
So we're up and running. So Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Trent Alexander-Arnold is a key component, particularly in teams that play on the counter. Okay, you have the pace and the overlapping, but add to that his excellent work ethic, deliveries and his willingness to get back and cover. All qualities I really like. And then there's a whole array of flair.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Brahim Diaz stood his ground strongly. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Garcia getting forward, and it's Palacios. Palacios, good, strong midfield running here. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Now it's Valverde. Shot a goal! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And he's taking no chances there. And now they can spring out of defence. Rudiger gets over and intercepts. It's a promising position. Oh, such a clever touch. Crosses it in. Rudiger can get it clear.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
He's under a lot of pressure there. Bayer Leverkusen still without a single shot on target. Mendy making good progress. And he's there to retrieve it. Now there... Can he finish? It's there! What a delicious finish. That is immaculate.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
After 29 minutes is number 10, Mbappe.
So we have the first goal.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Schick. Brahim Diaz promptly onto that, and that is that. Can he get it through? Great ball, and he's in here. Alexander-Arnold.
Madrid always have been a side that are known for pressing, a style that's very high tariff, Peter.
But it can pay off big time, can't it?
Yeah, just about every top side are doing this now.
He has found the way through. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Bayer Leverkusen have the chance to go the other way. Not destined for the flank. And it's Teller.
2 added minutes has been
Now it's
indicated.
Schick. Well, that is one way to stop him. Looking for options for movement. And he cuts out the supply. And the referee says that is that for the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness perhaps the only things lacking. Bayer Leverkusen finding themselves behind by just one goal at the break.
Coming on to replace him is
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. Back underway then.
Bayer Leverkusen can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
And it's made its way to him. Teller's cross, he's rising! And that was very necessary.
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it. And I bet you the keeper's very relieved.
Now this could be a chance. Great defending, strong and determined. And the pass is intercepted. Bayer Leverkusen still this single goal behind.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope. It was indecision all round. They have to do a bit better than that.
Garcia. Your impression so far, Jim?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. OK, that's largely due to the way their opponents have approached it, but they can up their game considerably.
He's having a shot! Oh, he's been caught napping! Madrid can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Well, I think he'll undoubtedly add more movement and fluidity in the final third with his passing range.
And that is a little undercooked. Garcia. Valverde gets a foot in here. Madrid are looking to break at pace. Looking to play him in. And here's Vinicius. Vinicius Junior! And he should have made them pay.
Vinicius Junior deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Substitution for Leverkusen, number 23.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Number 17, Benfica.
Tapsoba.
Substitution in progress.
Bayer Leverkusen still have the cards to affect this game.
Well, the manager's got a decision to make here, whether he's happy to stick or twist.
And the finish! And the difference is still one, but only just.
That was so poor, a very decent chance, and the disappointment is all too obvious.
It's a good foot in there. Grimaldo ploughing through the middle, and he's managed to get free.
Bayer Leverkusen really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
The final 5 minutes. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Andrick. And Garcia. And that has been slung wide. Now it's Mbappe. Great vision. He's found space here. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Now, can they get him away? And that is it. The referee has seen enough. So in the end, one goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides produced a genuine effort to go on and win it, but neither was able to add to the scoreline in the end. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Bayer Leverkusen really didn't do an awful lot right there. They didn't do much at all. I thought some strong words at half-time would spring them into action, but nothing happened.
We are glad to inform you that today's match day.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you... So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Well, you've got to say the Nerazzurri certainly know how to create an atmosphere. 80,000 here in black and blue. The dress code is a strict one. It is a true heavyweight clash.
Well, I wouldn't just look at this being another friendly, Peter.
Is that your own experience?
Yeah, if the opposition played like they meant business, we were obliged to return the favour. I don't think there's much difference here.
Inter Milan have opted for a 3-5-2 here, Jim.
Well, this system, Peter, allows for a really expansive passing game. If your centre-backs can play, then you see lots of diagonal switches to the wing-backs, and it all makes for a stylish, attractive bundle. However, its biggest weakness are those gaps between centre-backs and wing-backs, and with quick enough movement from the opposition, that can cause lots of trouble.
So that's got things underway. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, the winger Lee Kang-in is a very interesting player, Peter, because there's something almost unique about...
Chance for a shot! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Beraldo. Mayulu, spread to the right. And it's Mayulu. Fabian Ruiz. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Gonzalo Ramos, Barcola. Oh, nice touch. Good ball, good take. Pressure stays on, it is a corner. Carlos Augusto with the clearance. Inter Milan are looking to go forward now. Now it's DiMarco. Beraldo. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Barella. Damian. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. That's destined for the flank.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Hakimi. Fabian Ruiz. Now it's Ramos. Space for him to turn and look. He's got away. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Carlos Augusto. To Barella. Over to the right flank. Barella. He has found the way through. Mayulu. And here's Thuram. Pacho. Beraldo. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Ramos. Now it's Fabian Ruiz. Gonzalo Ramos. And he's played it back. And here's Ramos. Lee Kang in. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Oh, he's having a go! He's done very well to get to that.
Gonzalo Ramos actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Cleared away.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Driving forward. Into the channel.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
That's going to go a long way. And the referee has signalled for half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. So neither side has found a way through yet.
Yeah, 0-0, but definitely not from the want of trying. There's been plenty of industry and hard work, as well as some good defending, so I wouldn't be too dismissive just yet.
So both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break. And so the action is resumed.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want...
Oh, shooting chance! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Akanji. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. DiMarco. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Now it's Ramos. Nicely spread. And here's Lee Kang-in. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Zielinski. Still absolutely nothing to report here, goals-wise. And he plays one through. He's had a shot! It's in! Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
Gol per l'Inter. Ha segnato al 61esimo minuto. Numero 9.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, he's going to inject a nice bit of pace into that front line, Peter, so I can see him making those runs in behind.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, when the going gets tough, etc., they can still turn this round, I think.
Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Chance! That was superb goalkeeping.
Zielinski clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 14.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. And the break in play means they can now affect their change.
Yeah, they've gone for more energy up front. This is a clear message, Peter.
And now they can spring out of defence. Short changes him with that pass. Carlos Augusto. Great vision. Now it's Martinez. He's having a shot!
Inter surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
And that is out of play.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 32. Numero 36. Darmian. Lasciano il campo per il numero 20.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. And it's Çalhanoğlu. Zielinski. Inter Milan will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change. And the shot! And that's a good finish. And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now.
Gol per l'Inter. Ha segnato all'86esimo minuto. Numero 23.
So is that the decisive goal? Not much in the way of time remaining.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Zabani cuts out the pass. Looking for the run. And here's Kvaratskhelia. And he's managed to get free. It's a goal kick. Çalhanoğlu. Zielinski. Zielinski. Is there any support? He might not need it. Now, who's going to be first to this? And the referee brings it to a close. What a satisfying performance. A performance at times of determination and occasionally magic. Simply, they had all the right answers. Barella claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening.